Bradley with shopperschoice.com and bbqguys.com, and today I think we have a really special grill to demo for you. About a month ago I went out to the factory and met a man by the name of Bill Best, one of the most intriguing grillers I've ever met in my entire life. The guy was just awesome, and his grill shows it. This guy has invented, he has over 60-something patents on either cooking related, auto related, but his passion is cooking. So he invented the infrared burner, which everybody has now, and they have the ceramic typical infrared burner. But he has taken it one step further. But again, just the guy was just absolutely incredible. Right now, we're going to go over infrared burners for you, and we're going to show you the difference on the infrared burner versus the new technology that TEC Thermal Engineering Corporation is using right now. But this is the infrared burner that he invented over 30 years ago to be used in a TEC infrared grill. And what you have here is you have your typical ceramics with, hundreds of thousand little holes. The gas comes through here, it floats under here, it causes this to turn orange and to radiate heat and give you the radiant cooking, the infrared cooking that a lot of people are looking for these days. And then of course you have your protection grid here that actually, on the big pieces of food, you don't want hitting your infrared, so this kind of protects it too. Drawbacks. Here's one of the things about the ceramic infrareds that the guys that are putting them in their grills today don't realize. One, with ceramic infrared cooking, you only get 50% infrared, 50% hot, dry air. And that's where most grillers, when they're grilling on a grill, they get that hot, dry air, and it dries out their meat. Well, again, this ceramic burner, 50% infrared, 50% hot, dry air, so it does a pretty good job. It was a starting point for infrared, but it's not near the technology that we have today. And let me show you a couple of things on this. First of all, imagine a typical infrared grill out there. Your burner sits above or below your meat grid about this high. You have that dry air in between this right here. Okay, so then you have an open flame. So what happens when all your greases and your drippings and everything drip down onto this infrared burner? You get massive flare-ups. But you also get the dry air that you don't want because it's going to dry out your food. But again, a good starting point when Mr. Best invented this over 30 years ago. Great idea, but it's gotten 50% better. So we're going to go ahead and show you the new technology that these guys have out there. Bill invented the ceramic, but he is a perfectionist. So he wanted to get that 100% infrared and take the dry air out of it so that you get moist, evenly cooked meat every time with great flavor. So what he did is he come out with this massive stainless steel infrared burner versus a ceramic. You're not going to break it. You drop something on your ceramic here, it's going to crack it. You get water on it, you're not going to hurt this. On this, you're going to crack that ceramic infrared burner. A lot of maintenance on that burner, no maintenance on this burner. Now, the way this thing actually works, and I'm not going to even try to get all technical like this guy was. He just talked circles around me on the way things cooked and worked. And I was just like, I thought I was the grilling expert. I'm definitely not the grilling expert when I'm next to Mr. Best. But anyhow, the way they are able to get you 100% of infrared heat versus the 50-50 on the ceramic is they have what they call an emitter panel. Yeah, it looks like one of them heat panels that you see on top of a stove top, and it's very similar. Well, what they do is they set this piece of glass right over the top of this burner right here. So this burner actually heats up, keeps the dry air underneath, and then you've got the emitter panel that heats up and gives you 100% radiant heat, which does not dry out your food, does not flare up. Flare up, no flare up. Breakage, no breakage. More heat on this burner, a little bit less heat on this burner. More efficient burner. I mean, there's just so many points. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. And one other thing that, if you ever take a look at it, is that you guys know that I am not a big infrared person, never have been, especially with the ceramic burners. Is this burner will cook unevenly. This burner is about 95% even. We're going to show you that when we cook our hamburgers later. But then what they did, to take it one step better, is you set your cooking grid right on top of the glass. Okay, well, because you set your meat on top of it, you don't have a whole lot of air in here. You get the 100% radiant heat. It's going to cook your food evenly every single time. No flare-ups. You don't get the flare-ups in this thing because you're setting it right on here. You don't have a lot of air in between, so you're not going to get that secondary combustion. So, again, it's just, I mean, it's just, I can't say enough about it. I mean, I was just totally impressed out of all the grills out there that I've cooked on, the ones that I have at my personal house. I hate to tell Mr. Bestis, but this is going home with me. And don't take it personally when we cook on this thing. You know, we normally do our standard test, not on this one. We're going to put this grill through the test because I truly believe that it is the best. And one of the other things out there that I want to point out, we've only been selling this thing for about 6-8 months, and we're slowly getting feedback from our customers on this thing. And I'm going to tell you something. 99.5, 100%. I have not had one negative feedback on this grill. That was one of the reasons that I went out to their factory to actually see how they're made, how they're built, and what the TEC is all about. And let me tell you, I walked away thoroughly impressed. Anyhow, we're going to take and do a lot of cooking on this. We're going to kind of just show you some of the things about the TEC that, again, I think are extremely impressive. One of them is the construction. Now, when I got this thing in on the G-Series grills, I was impressed just by the packaging. It just shows you that, you know, they pay attention to detail. I'm going to get the grill guy to go ahead and pan over there. They actually build a wooden crate to put this thing in and mount it on. Most of your high-end manufacturers out there, they take and put it in a cardboard box. You know, sometimes get damages, rough handling, or whatever. But with this thing right here, I mean, it's sealed. It's just got a lot of attention to detail. And you know, I know you say that's not much, but I just wanted to point that out on how this thing actually comes to you as a customer, and that's the G